The authoritative IMDb service, which tracks ratings and movie popularity, has summarized 2024 and released a list of the 10 films that captivated viewers the most. This ranking is based on page view data, search queries, and discussions, reflecting the real audience interest in certain films. This year, viewers favored a variety of genres, from superhero action to psychological thrillers and science fiction. Let's dive in with Movie Fanatic. It's going to be interesting. Longlegs, a classic detective horror film in the style of the 90s. The main character, FBI agent Lee Harker, has a phenomenal intuition. She can sense killers from a mile away and accurately pinpoint their hiding spots. That's why her superiors assign her the case of Longlegs. The nickname belongs to a maniac blamed for a series of Manson-style murders, where he orchestrates others to commit the atrocities. The Collector has been active for over 30 years, targeting families with children born on specific dates. At every crime scene, encrypted messages are left, but there are no witnesses, fingerprints, or signs of forced entry. Everything is staged as if a family member committed the atrocity, but Agent Harker knows for sure that this isn't the case.
Welcome to my kingdom.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. A vibrant sci-fi action movie and the fourth installment in the rebooted Planet of the Apes franchise. The story unfolds centuries after human dominance ends due to reckless scientific experiments. As a result, humans have regressed, while apes have gained intelligence. Without their leader Caesar, however, they have split into tribes and forgotten his legacy. Chimpanzee Noah lives in a village with his clan and dreams of making his father, the Bird Lord, proud. On the eve of his coming-of-age ceremony, Noah and his friends venture to gather eagle eggs from nests perched on high cliffs. It's a great way to prove bravery, but they must avoid the valley inhabited by wild humans. Despite precautions, a young human woman follows Noah back to the village, bringing disaster with her. Now, Noah must fix everything. So the film made it to this top list. Its IMDb rating is relatively low, just 6.9. Viewers cited plot flaws, excessive runtime, and illogical character actions as drawbacks.
Apes hunt humans.
Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Many years after the events of the first film, the Dietz family returns to their native Winter River after the unexpected death of Charles Dietz. Lydia's life is turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter Astrid accidentally opens a portal to the afterlife. Tim Burton returns to the Beetlejuice 36 years after the release of the first film, and Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Gara will reprise their roles. In addition to them, the cast also includes Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, Willem Dafoe, and Jenna Ortega, who has already successfully worked with Burton in the hit series Wednesday.
Citizens of America.
People of the Florida Alliance.
Civil War, a dramatic action film set in an alternate future. California and Texas have united to form the Western Alliance, joined by Florida as well. From the White House podium, the president urges the residents of the rebellious states to overthrow the illegal government and become citizens of the new United States. However, everyone understands that he's trying to put on a brave face, as the alliance forces have already encircled Washington, with just days left until the White House falls. In response, 4 fearless New York reporters decide to reach the president before anyone else and secure his final interview. The idea is insane, especially considering that the nation is engulfed in a civil war and the team must traverse several hundred miles through a living hell. Civil War is an action film with dramatic elements, plunging viewers into the chaos and despair of a civil conflict. Directed by Alex Garland, the movie delivers a tense and realistic depiction of the conflict, compelling audiences to reflect on the fragility of democracy and the cost of freedom.
God bless America.
Pretty girls should always smile.
The substance, initially enticing with its beauty, this horror film about the pursuit of eternal youth and false ideals grows more repulsive as it nears the end. Elizabeth Sparkle was once a darling of the public and an Oscar winner, holding her place in TV until her 50s when a producer showed her the door seeking younger talent. Devastated, Elizabeth finds hope in a mysterious benefactor's offer. He claims there's a way to unleash an improved version of herself using a special substance. Elizabeth embraces this miracle of science, transforming into the stunning Sue, who immediately sets out to win a casting call for her old show to replace herself. Meanwhile, Elizabeth is trapped in her own body, helplessly watching her life unravel. The substance can cause disgust and admiration at the same time. Someone will like it and someone will definitely not, but there is no doubt that it will be remembered for a long time.
People are gonna love that.
Open the door, come on!
Run.
Alien: Romulus, a science fiction horror film and the 9th installment of the Alien franchise. The story is set in 2014-42 in a mining colony on a sunless planet. Rain Carradine has completed her assigned term and was looking forward to traveling to a better planet than this one with her android, Andy. But her dreams are shattered when she discovers that the corporation has arbitrarily extended her contract. Out of desperation, Rain, along with her ex-boyfriend and his friends, go to an abandoned ship to get the cryo chambers they need to escape to a planet where the sun shines. A transporter will take them there, and Andy, who was prudently brought along, will serve as the key to unlock the ship. They think they've planned every detail, but their adventure turns into a nightmare when they encounter the universe's most terrifying life form.
When I first saw Joker, when I saw you.
Joker: Madness of Two. 2 years after Arthur Fleck's killing spree, including the live broadcast murder of talk show host Murray Franklin, he's confined in Arkham Asylum awaiting trial. There, he meets Lee, a charming woman who admires the Joker's persona. Between interactions with hostile guards and his new muse, Arthur delves into bizarre fantasies where he sings and dances like an over-the-top Eurovision star. Fans of the first Joker were largely disappointed by the sequel, as reflected by its low 5.2 IMDb rating. To a certain extent, the film has become a hostage to high expectations, where it was worth multiplying the successful finds and moments of its predecessor. The global story and the characters along with it are not moving anywhere. Where there is room for interesting character interaction, another song sounds, which becomes more and more annoying over time. However, as many people as there are opinions, what do you think of this movie? Let us know in the comments.
Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. I want them back.
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. We've reached the top 3 and the bronze medal goes to the epic post-apocalyptic action movie, a prequel to Mad Max: Fury Road. The action takes place in Australia, which has turned into a barren wasteland. The life of the remaining people, huddled in settlements, is hard. They have to save food, water, gasoline, and regularly fight off bandits cutting through on rusty motorcycles. One day, these thugs accidentally stumbled upon green lands where juicy peaches still grow on the trees and fresh water is plentiful. The brave girl Furiosa was the first to notice the strangers and decided to stop them on her own. But but she overestimated her children's strength and was captured by the villain Dementus. Of course, she won't show him the way to the Greenlands as he hopes, but she will have to regret her stupid act that led to trouble all her life. And only plans for revenge will be able to brighten it up somehow.
You have it in you to make it epic.
I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
Dune Part 2. In second place is the continuation of the epic sci-fi saga Dune, based on Frank Herbert's novel. If there are still those who haven't seen the first part of the epic, be sure to start with it. As for the rest, they can now continue the visual feast prepared for us by Denis Villeneuve. So, we return to the year 10,093 on the planet Arrakis, a world of scorching suns and endless sand dunes inhabited by giant sandworms. The mighty House Atreides has fallen, as the decisive battle was marred by treachery and betrayal. The Harkonnens launched a surprise nighttime attack, hoping to leave their opponents with no chance of survival. However, Lady Jessica and her son, Paul, the heir to the throne, managed to survive thanks to the help of the Fremen. And as long as they live, so does the hope for justice. In the meantime, Paul must learn the Fremen's ways and gather strength for a decisive battle to save the planet from Baron Harkonnen.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
Deadpool and Wolverine. The leader of the ranking is the highly anticipated continuation of the story about the immortal mercenary Deadpool, this time joined by the legendary Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds not only played the lead role but also contributed to the screenplay and produced the film in the third installment of the hilarious superhero action saga. Wolverine had to be resurrected. This is because Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, discovers that Mr. Paradox from the Time Alteration Bureau intends to collapse his familiar world. The reasoning behind this is that the world is no longer needed since his key character, Logan, is gone. All of this, of course, is supposedly for the greater good, to protect the established timeline from further catastrophe and so on. But Wade is not yet ready to part with all his friends. He plans to do the impossible, even if it means digging Logan out of his grave and bringing him back to life. But he won't let Paradox activate the time slicer and destroy his universe. He has 72 hours to accomplish everything. The film grossed nearly $1.4 billion at the box office, securing 20th place on the list of highest grossing films.
Come again.
Here's how the ranking of the most popular movies according to IMDb turned out. Do you agree with it? Or perhaps another film should have made the list? I'm looking forward to your comments. Meanwhile, I'm already preparing another selection of exciting movies and cinema news. This was Movie Fanatic. See you soon.